Because what we know is that Washington is Krypton. Remember, Superman loses his power when he is on Krypton. So we elect Superman and we send Superman to Washington, but Washington is Krypton and he loses all his power or her power. It doesn't matter. Regardless, when they go there, they lose their power because of the fundamental difference between politics here and politics there. Here, the people rule. There, the money rules. And so when we elect our Superman and send them to that place, the money says, we have the kryptonite Superman. You can't do anything. And that's our insanity. Because each time we go through this cycle of belief, we forget the reality that once this man or woman toes up to do something, nothing can happen. Nothing can happen until we fix the system. Now, we in the Democratic Party, we like to talk about this in a particular way. Republicans talk about it in a different way. Republicans talk about the corruption of crony capitalism. We Democrats, we talk about this in the way my senator talks about it. We say the system is rigged. The system is rigged, which is why every time we elect someone, they go down there, they can't achieve what they say they can achieve because the system is rigged. And what we know, the truth that we find self-evident, is that until we can unrig the rigged system, there is no hope for reform. On the right or the left, it's not a Republican-Democrat point. There's no hope for reform until we can unrig the rigged system. Now, the amazing thing about this presidential race, in large part because of the work many of you have been doing for the New Hampshire Rebellion, is that finally the presidential candidates are talking about this issue. People have been following them around for the New Hampshire Rebellion, asking these questions again and again, and finally the candidates are talking about it. They're acknowledging the issue, which you would think, in a world where the Wall Street Journal reports that polls say this is the #1 issue in America, this issue, the issue we want our politicians to talk about, you would think it wouldn't be surprising that they would talk about the issue. But it is surprising. And it is surprising because the truth is they're embarrassed about this issue and they won't want to talk about it. And so that's our job. Our job is to find a way to make them talk about it, and we have been succeeding. Candidates, almost every credible candidate except one, on the Republican Democratic side, has acknowledged the incredible injustice in the Supreme Court's decision in Citizens United. And candidate after candidate are talking about how they're going to push to get an amendment to the Constitution to deal with the incredible injustice of Citizens United. And that is enormous progress. But here's the problem. When they talk about this issue, they talk about this issue as one among 10. We've got all these different things we're going to do, and on this list of all these things we will do is this: we will change the corruption and the way Washington works. We will do everything and we will do this. But here is the truth. Here is the truth, which we hold as self-evident, that all of the other things they're talking about that they want to do, they will not do until they address this issue first. So our job has got to be to find a way to get them to give us a plan. Remember the ad that said, show me the beef? We've got to say, show me the plan. Show me the plan for how you will make this issue the #1 issue, the first thing you deal with when you show up in Washington in 2017, the first thing you will rally the country and the Congress to. Because what we know, the truth that we hold as so obvious, self-evident, what we know is that we will not see progress anywhere until we get them to do that. Now, the fact is, not a single candidate for president has done that yet. Even the man I love so much, that man right there, Bernie. You've heard of Bernie, right? Anybody hear of Bernie yet? Even Bernie, when he announced, of course, was one of the few candidates, and this is incredibly important, to talk about the need to change the way we fund elections. But he said, in the long run, we will change the way we fund elections. And that made me want to say, but Bernie, what are you going to be doing in the short run? Because in the short run, nothing gets done until you do what you want to do in the long run. In the long run, we're all going to be dead. Well, not all of us. We'll be gone, and we will have left for them a government